the path of light, where every step is clear. No underground deceits can touch a heart sincere. Evil hides in shadows, whispers lies that blind, but where the glow shines brightest, it frees the captive mind. Darkness calls with hidden snares, trying to pull me down, but the light within me rises up. I claim my throne of sound. Walk in the light and feel your spirit rise. No evil in the underground can sever holy ties. Let the beast become your guide, the blaze within your soul. In the flash of neon radiance, the righteous take control. Lost no more in darkened schemes, I stand where truth is found. Under strobing rays of brilliance, every lie falls down.
Hello, my friend. Hope you're doing well. On today's episode, we're looking into the man of Brown Mogotsi. We understand previously he was alleged to be having access to sensitive and or covert information, and he's a close associate or comrade of Senzo Mchunu, as mentioned, and he was part of the Tuma Mina campaign, running that campaign, and also he says that he was helping Senzo Mchunu for his presidential rise. So as we know, the ANC are going to election soon in 2027 to elect their party leaders. And from the evidence that has been led so far, we also understand that Ket Matlala, he mentioned in one of the evidence that was led by witness A, and B, and C, where he was saying that these guys are using him for money, they like money, and they're just using him for their own political ambition, and they see him as a cash cow. So yeah, let's go into Meneer Brown Mogotsi. So from what we understand, Brown Mogotsi, he was raided in the second week of October, where the PKTT team, they went to raid one of his houses. I think intention around that was to try get diverse of phones and laptops that he is using to gather more evidence to crack down this cartel that has captured the police sector and also maybe government, and having influence on the decision making. And during that raid, we hear that the police in around his place, which is Mahikeng, some call it Mahikeng, they were not happy that because they were not informed by the PKT team, the political killing tax team, and those team arrived there, I think around 3 p.m. By around 5 they would have left, and the community members also, when they saw them being there, they started recording videos and circulating them within their own community social channels. Also, the police of around there then had to go to the place to see and understand what's happening, but also understanding this cartel work. We understand that with the cartels, the way they work, they have an influence on certain police station, for example, like the police station in Mahikeng or Mawatu might be compromised, and they cannot deal with these cases, or even if because the argument that was made by Brown Mogotsi is that the police should have just asked the police in his hometown to bring or to come and take the phones, but we understand how this whole crime happens, it's not always the case. There are police who are compromised, and some of these evidence might not even arrive or even find its way to the final destination of getting tested. They might be downloaded wherever they are downloaded in that province, and only to be told that there was nothing in the phone, and they upload or download the wrong phones. But yeah, with that, let's see some of the scenes of what happened or transpired on that day.
Dumelang Bakhetso. Yeah, the police are surrounding Brown Mogotsi's business. They are looking for him. They are the police from KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng. So they are here looking for Brown Mogotsi. Yeah, this is breaking news. As it happens now, there are so many cars here, so many cars. People want to witness what is happening here. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so you can see that was during the raid, and I think some other channels also tried to get hold of Brown Mogotsi on that day, just to hear his story about or his side of story around that raid. So here's some of the clips that I could find.
Me that I should not be a member because I'm linked to Cat. When he was linked, when he is actually linked, they even brought Kelly together with Cat. Yes, he can as well step aside with a convicted criminal. And someone who Cat is not yet convicted, Cat is not found guilty, he is actually arrested for attempted murder. But now, bring the two. Why is it that Brown Mogotsi, I wish you could come to my gate. Hey, man, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. All right. Vigilance will subject himself and behave like a Secretary General. And where I stay in my gate, the first Secretary General of the ANC, Solomon Tiksop, like, is a street away from me. He's not the first. He's not the first Secretary General I know. They used to be Secretary General. Even yourself, when they said the Secretary was going to speak, you would stop your car and wait. Vigila is always on media. Even his spokesperson, I don't know what word to use. She can't address the issues of the African Congress with me. Everything, even now, he's looking for my criminal record. Let me tell you. Maybe tomorrow will come on media and say, hey, Brown was arrested for assault. Brown was arrested. That's what he'll do. A CEO of the oldest liberation movement in Africa. That's what he'll do. He'll say Brown Mogotsi is not a member. He'll use local mayors and young boys, Bomoremi, Dibo Rascal, and talk them, I'm not a member. They don't even know my membership, my branch.
So that was an old video where he was responding to Fikile Mbalula around the issue where he said he is not a member. But there have been interesting developments. But before I touched into them, also I just wanted to see if I can find a clip on the social media related to, here's a clip that I want to play.
How would you justify your relationship? How would you justify your communication with Vusimusi Ket Matlala, who is a convicted criminal, which you had communicated with, and which one would reasonably suspect you to be well associated with?
It's not committed. You see, that's a problem. Masemola and all those they must tell us through their vetting process how did they appoint him to a tune of 360 million. They appointed him to be
No, but that's besides the point.
a service provider
Brown,
for 360 million.
Brown, that's besides the point.
He's not convicted.
It is a matter of fact. It is a matter of fact. It is a matter of fact that Vosloorus Matlala has a criminal history of 25 years, stemming back very long and very far back. You seem to have had a very casual and cozy relationship with him, which is potentially the basis of an investigation into you. How do you justify that and then say, I'm not too big a fish for them to be concerned about?
My brother, I didn't know about that. Me and you would never know, even yourself won't know. How can South African police service appoint such an underworld dog?
No, I'm not, again, the question around whether or not the South African Police Service and the state chose to do business with Vosloorus Matlala is not the question I'm asking. My question is about the relationship you have with him. What is the nature of the relationship you have with Vosloorus Matlala?
Business to businessman. My relationship is business to businessman. But I'm saying, if South African Police Service could appoint the person to the amount of 360 million, who am I to be a judge whether it's a good man or not a good man?
Brown, frankly speaking, that's a false equivalence.
My relationship is to be business to business.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a false equivalence to say just because the state does business with you.
I can tell you, you saw that he funded 130,000 rand in January 8. Nothing else, no relationship beside that. The tender is 360 million. Nobody talks about 5 million, 10 million, 30 million, 300. You only talk about 138,000 that is related or associated to me and Kate Matla. What are you? And I wish people could stop being gullible. Now, Brown, we dealt with the men to the amount of 138,000. Where is the other 360 whatever million?
You describe the relationship you have with Brown Mogotsi to be of the nature, with Vosloorus Matlala, to be of the nature of a business-to-business relationship. What is the nature of the business that you do with Vosloorus Matlala?
Which have not even started. Which have not even started. We were planning, me and him were taking something else that never materialized. Then he came in to say he's funding the ANC January 8, and I invited comrades. Nothing beyond that.
Okay, but what was the nature of the business?
We were still going to discuss. How can I talk? The man is in custody. How do I talk on his behalf? We have not even started. We are planning. You are telling me about nice things, about supply of water, mineral water, and all these things. We have not started. Subcontracting, we have not started.
Would you consider Vosloorus Matlala to be your friend?
Now, answer this question. I don't know. He's a business guy, and I would want him to be my friend.
So he's not your friend?
Say I'll try to say, not yet, man.
Not yet.
He's a business associate which we could have made some, whatever that could be good for me and him. But nothing really happened.
Given that you now know about his criminal history, would you still want to do business with him?
Which criminal history, man? He must be found guilty. Don't say that. The man must be found guilty before you presume him to be a criminal.
So on this clip, it was taken on the same night where he was raided, but he's touching more around his relationship with Kate Matlala. You would remember that most of these people are starting to disassociate themselves from Kate Matlala, but he is playing it safe because if he say he doesn't know or he doesn't want to be close to Kate Matlala might start singing whatever he knows in jail. So he's playing a careful interviews where he's telling his side of story that they know each other from the business side of things and they had some business plans that they wanted to explore together. So it's very interesting. But the reason behind this video is because there was a shooting that happened on this gentleman, Brown Mogotsi. As you can see here, so there's this car that was alleged that it belongs to Kate Matlala, not Kate Matlala, Brown Mogotsi. And he tells a story that he was being followed by a white bakkie, and this happened in Vosloorus, and it was at night when this happened. So he says that some guys were following him, and they started shooting at him. Then yeah, they went out. But what's interesting about this story is that he survived. The man survived the heat that's happening, and South African are not having it today. You can see here, there is no way those bullets could miss him. He went out of the car and shot the car by himself. These are the people, what they say. But police have been called to just do a scene, prepare the scene, and also just to see if they can reconstruct what actually happened. So you can see that they are putting through these arrows just to show the direction of the bullets that came through. But also I just had a small sketch here also just to try elaborate, because this happened at night on the 3rd of November. So there were some witnesses which Brown Mogotsi was not aware of, because he thought he was in the dark and it's just in the middle of the road. So the witness says that they saw someone who got out of the car and that person started shooting. So I put this picture here just to show that looking at the direction of the bullets from these sticks that they put to do their forensic analysis on the bullets, or the bullets, trajectory. So we can see that it is possible that it was one person and who was standing somewhere here and shooting at this direction, and that's why we are able to get those shots. And also, if whatever the witness is saying, that the man got out of the car and started shooting at it, it makes sense why there's no blood stains, or there's no traces of any human being hurt by the classes or anything. Because also this story doesn't make sense. If that white bakkie was following you, they would have started also shooting at you while you get out of the car and running away. You see, so far it's not make sure. It seems like it's staged, but we can also look at the comments around Brown Mogotsi by South Africans. Let's look at the top ones that are trending. So here, let's look at the videos of the state of the car. We can see that the car had been shot at the tires on the driver's side, and the tires, they look too wet, like they are charred, man. It seems like this car was packed somewhere for days, man. Like it's not make sure, but what we can see, like maybe it's traveling a lot between Gauteng and Northwest, you can imagine. But yeah, so it means there's other bullets that went through this window. And also you can see that, this car was being shot at. So meaning if there was someone on the driver's side, he definitely would be caught some bullets, and if someone on the passenger side also. But yeah, you can see they want to be they want us to believe the notorious businessman Brown Mogotsi, with ties to government officials, was transported in this scrap. All 8 bullets missed them. No. So the South Africans are not buying this story that the Brown Mogotsi was nearly assassinated. You can see they're just laughing all over. And yeah, I like this picture where they recreated showing Brown Mogotsi holding an A7 AK. They're trying to shoot at this. So I saw some song. Saw some meme. A lady from, I don't know, I'll assume to be Mozambique or Eswatini, saying that give me an A7 AK Bafasi. Let me go and hustle myself or get these thugs. That's an AK-47. So yeah, because this Brown Mogotsi story, it's not make sure, and people are not believing it. The worst part of it, the police has advised Brown Mogotsi to open a case, and he hasn't even went there to the Vosloorus police. Let's listen here. No, let me look for a better audio. But the police have been waiting for him. So to show that there's something, man, that's fishy around this story. Yeah, I mean, the man, it's a shady character. Okay, let's listen to the police spokesperson.
Found Mr. Brown Mogotsi, he was alone, and he explained to us that there was a white bakkie that was following him. And then they started shooting at him, and so on. So in terms of our investigations, police, our investigating team is estimating at around 11 rounds fired at the vehicle. But our investigators are still at the scene, combing the scene, just to ensure that we leave nothing to chance, to collect all physical evidence. You'll recall that this incident happened quite late at night. So they're just back at the scene to ensure that they did not miss anything. So the acting station commander has attempted to call Mr. Brown Mogotsi again in the last 5 minutes, just to check on him that will he be making his way to the station as promised to open a case, because we are yet to take his statement. So he's not answering the phone. We are still waiting for him to present himself at this particular station so that we can take down his statement.
If it happens that this may have been staged, and I say if, would you charge him?
No, absolutely. I mean, that is defeating the ends of justice. Like I've indicated, I mean, if we are sending out, pulling out police resources and mobilizing police resources, various experts, members of visible policing, our detectives to attend to a particular crime scene, I mean, that's diversion of resources. We could have utilized those resources for a case, that it would be required, such resources would have been required. So if indeed we do find out that it was staged, but we are not there yet, we have not made that determination. Remember, we are still investigating. But if indeed it was...
As you hear, the spokesperson of police, they say they've been waiting for the man, and he hasn't. But interesting, someone posted this post by Brown Mogotsi. Says, if the police are claiming to be waiting for me, they are going to wait forever. I don't trust all of them, especially the Vosloorus police station where Senzo Meiwa case was messed up. I am together with my wife, kids and bodyguards are safe. I decided not to make myself available to testify at both my Clunker Commission and ad hoc committee. There you go. There you go. This man knew very well what he was doing when he was saying that there was an assassination attempt. The whole thing is to divert us, to not come and give evidence here at the Madlanka Commission, where he he is wanted because he has a role to play. He needs to tell us those communication between him and Cat Matlala, what was happening there. But it seems like he staged this thing. He's careful. It's either that he's scared that Abu Cat Matlala or Malife, they will try and kill him. So he then started to prepare a false or staged assassination on his life to make it look like also he is being followed by someone who wants to kill him. But also, since Brown Mogotsi seems to be the man, the middleman between Senzo Kunu and Ket Matlala, anything is possible so far. That anyone from anywhere might be making sure that they keep this guy quiet from talking a lot. And also, we heard from Brown Mogotsi on an earlier clip talking about Fikile Mbalula with close relation to Vusi Keke, and Vusi Keke is currently in jail for murder, and he's known to be the one who's controlling Pretoria, and the taxi drivers there and bosses are scared of him, and the little boys on the street respect and or take orders from him, even when he's in jail. There's some alleged accusation on extortion. They have protection fees under him, so you can imagine that when he says things like that, there might be people coming out of coming to make him quiet. And normally these people, they play dead. You see how Abu Michael Pule killed Mr. Swart and also DJ Somebodies of this world and other DJs that were alleged to have stolen the cocaines or the drugs of the Big Five. But yeah, it's very interesting to watch. But so far, it looks like, from my analysis from far, it looks like if Brown Mogotsi staged everything, it was because he doesn't want to come and testify. And if he's not doesn't testify, we will not know. This puzzle will not make sense, because now he has to come and talk and nullify whatever Mkhwanazi or Khumalo and his police officers are investigating, and state the truth and the facts of how they are. But so far, if it doesn't, it makes the case of Khumalo, General Khumalo and Mkhwanazi strong, because now we see there is a motive and the man is dodging and is running away. But so far, I think he will be subpoenaed to come and testify, because we can't work like this. We can't work in a way where people with serious information to help the commission, they run around and think we are some nation like America, where people don't really understand what's going on and think everything it's a fairy tale. The world we live in is real, and we are not fools. We can see what's happening. Even we can see also the media, our people on the internet. They don't buy this story. So we remember the story of the Busasa guy, Gavin Watson, where there was an accident that happened there. And yeah, just like that, the crime scene was already like, you can see this thing was offloaded there, oil on the floor. It was staged. And people are alleging that Brown Mogotsi could be pulling the same tactics as Gavin Watson. So it's possible. This is South Africa. People think we're all stupid, but yeah. But so far, people are not buying the story, guys. People are not buying the story of Brown Mogotsi. He need to go to the Madanka Commission, the ad hoc committee, and yeah, and help the nation. Because we don't want to have cartels in this country, guys. But yeah, that's it from my side. Write in the comments what you think it's happening. But so far, no, it's not going well. It's not going well. People are staging things, and yeah, please subscribe and give me your thoughts about this commission and the investigation of the cartels, and what you think is going to happen.